Hello students, today we are going to learn about drafting a virtual message. But before starting with the topic, I want you all to know the brief introduction about what is communication. Then we will move further for what exactly the process of communication is. Then the various categories and forms of communication, functions of messages, what is virtual communication, then what are the advantages of virtual communication, tools for virtual communication. These are the various tools available in the digital world nowadays, children. So we'll have a glance on that also. Then written virtual message, what are the points for written virtual message that we would highlight. Then the format of written virtual message, what exactly the layout should be, and the example for the format. Then we'll have the tips and tricks for drafting virtual message. These are very important tips, children. I want you all to jot down everything in minutest detail. Then the exact example, how it is going to get asked in the board exams. So there are two contestants, conversation between the two, then the question based on drafting a virtual message, and how are you going to draft. So this particular rectangular data will give you the answer regarding the question, the message you are going to draft in this way. So one by one we'll look at, let's start from the beginning, what exactly the communication is. Okay, children. So the first point over here given is exchanging of information by speaking, writing or other medium. Exchange of information. Whether you speak, you write or some other medium you are going to utilize, if you are exchanging any information, that is, we call it as a form of communication. Then successful conveying or sharing of ideas and feeling, whatever you are going to convey, that should be successfully done, whether sharing of ideas or sharing of sentiments or feeling. Then sending or receiving information, one and the same thing, mutual exchange of information. Then act of transferring information from one place, person or group to another. Understood? When you transfer some information from one person to another person, from one place to another place, or from one group to other group. So this is, we call it as communication. There are three parts: the sender, the message and the recipient. Okay, children, these are the three particular components of communication. Then senders encodes the message and the recipient decodes it. Encodes means he sends it, and the recipient decodes it means he comprehends it. He tries to understand what exactly the message has been sent by the sender. Now let's move further, children. Communication process. See, source, that is your message is there, then message is encoded and transferred to a channel through any medium. Your message is going to get conveyed. Then that particular message is decoded or comprehended or understood by the receiver. Understood the process? Source, then encoding, channel, decoding, and the receiver. Receiver is the recipient and source is the sender of the message. Understood? Encoding, then the medium of sending the information, decoding the message, and the recipient is understood with what exactly the piece of information tells you about. Then the category / forms of communication. See, there are various forms of communication, children. First is verbal, oral or spoken, face-to-face communication, TV, telephone, mobile, radio, webinar, etc. These are the forms of verbal communication. Then what are the forms of non-verbal communication? Let's see the examples, children. Body language is your non-verbal communication. Facial expressions, are your non-verbal communication. Acting, again an example of non-verbal communication. Eye contact, gestures, touch, etc. Now, how do you gesticulate? Whether you gesticulate in a civilized manner or uncivilized manner, everything is being understood and comes under the category of non-verbal communication. Then the written communication, children. So what are the written communication? What are the various categories of forms? Books, magazines, newspapers, emails, SMSs, social media, memo slips, notices, etc. These are written form of communication. Visual. Now what are visual communication? Images you send to your friends, films, slideshows or PPTs, posters, picture presentation, graphics, pamphlets, etc. These are the example of visual communication, whereby you can see some images, some films, some PPTs or slideshows, and which conveys to you some meaning, some meaningful information. Then virtual communication. What is the form of virtual what exactly comes under that category, children? Audio video technology, emails, video conferencing, apps, satellites, GPSs, etc. Understood? Audio video technology. This is one of the form of virtual form of communication, like Zoom app, or you can say Google Meet. These are the example of virtual or audio video technology or video conferencing. Okay, children. Then function of message. Informal means of communication. This is the function of message. It's not a formal means of communication. Nobody is sitting on your head and nobody is authenticating what data you are transferring to somebody else. Understood? So it's an informal means. To provide proper information, that is your intention. You are going to provide or you are going to send proper information after authenticating it on your part and proving yourself as a responsible sender. To provide a forum of ideas, to build a community feel, to educate people. This is one of the most important functions of messages, children. And to persuade people, to convince people with your arguments, with your logical points, with your understanding. You want to persuade people, you want to convince people. Okay, children. Then what is virtual communication? This is very important as far as your question is concerned. Understood? Earlier information were regarding the form of communication, the categories of communication, the definition of communication. But now we are going to look at virtual communication. Most popular ways of technical communication, also known as remote communication. Communication without being face-to-face includes telephone calls, emails, VC, SMS, etc. Made our life closer and easier, cost-effective, time-saving, and accessible 24/7. Various virtual communication tools are used today. This is what exactly is virtual communication. Then what are the advantages of virtual communication? Let's see, children. First is people can interact conveniently. Obviously, you can interact with public, more than one, or one single person very conveniently, very easily. Nowadays it has become very handy because of so many instruments and devices, technical devices or electronic gadgets. Reduce frustration. It reduces your frustration level, children. When your tasks become easier, obviously your level of frustration comes down and you become cool. Then saves our time. This is so important. Time is money nowadays, children. If you're wasting your time, that means you're wasting your property, you're wasting your money. Understood? Then reduces transport expenses. You no need to go from one place to another. Just have your mobile phone in your hand or any electronic gadget and you do your task successfully. Reduces operating expenses, saves lot of money. It's free of cost, children, right? So it saves your money. Then fastest and easiest communication. Earlier people used to wait for so many days for one letter to get dispatched and one letter to get received, and then after 15 days or 20 days they would be informed about the situation or the event. Understood? But nowadays it's required just a single click on the button or on the option, and you are done with your task and you can communicate with people. Understood? Then improves communication skill. It improves your communication skills, better for working at home remotely, increases capacity and endurance, helps to promote and boost productivity, helps to reduce boredom. Nobody gets bored when you have got a phone in your hand. Understood? Your social media is always at the top hierarchy and you're busy doing one or the other thing, children, so you never get bored. Then increases ability of consultation. With more than one people you can seek their advices, you can contact them, you can consult them regarding certain issues or regarding certain topic. You can get cleared with your doubts. Then eliminate the need of space for employees and keeps record easily. You can record your information, you can record your data easy. Then, I'm sorry for that. Let's move further. Tools of virtual communication. Now, these are the tools of virtual communication, children. Video conferencing, then Google Meet, TeamViewer, Digital Whiteboard, Zoom, Microsoft Teams, Dropbox, Hangouts, etc. These are the various tools available in the category of virtual communication, and this has made our task very easy, children. Nowadays Google Meet, Zoom app is quite in, video conferencing is quite in, digital whiteboard is little bit rare phenomena, but other forms of tools of virtual communications are easily available in the digital world and people are using it to the greater extent. Now further moving, children, we have written virtual message. Now what are the important tips of writing virtual message and what are the features, exact features? The common formal type of writing is there in this. Then important writing skill to be mastered. You need to master your writing skill before writing anything. Nobody should pinpoint at your mastery or your skill of writing. The better you master your skill beforehand. Then written on small piece of paper called memo slip. Okay, written to the person when you cannot speak or contact directly. This is so easy for a person. If you are not unable to contact somebody, you can write a slip, a note, and you can leave that note handy for the other person to receive. Your task become easier when your message gets conveyed. Then always short, simple, clear and informative. Then conversation is converted into message for third person, and retrieval and interpretation of information is done quite easily, children. Best alternative where use of mobile is banned. If you are unable to have access to your mobile phone, you can use the memo slip as one of the handy tool for writing or drafting a virtual message, and drop your message and the person will be well acquainted, well aware about what exactly you want to convey to him. Then used by family members, friends and employees. Mostly what happens now, we have got phone. Earlier I tell you my example, so we are working parent, so we are outside the house most of the time at the morning schedule or during the morning hours, so our children are at home and they are alone. So if we want to convey something to them and we want to do them certain tasks, so what we used to do, we used to write on the whiteboard the command, and they would read early morning after getting awakened. They would read and they would do the task accomplished. Understood? So this way we used to command them because phone used to be with us and how to tell them ki what are the things, what are the list to do list today. So we used to take the help of whiteboard, and our children used to perform their duties. So this was very easy for all of us during those days, and nowadays also it is helpful for us. Understood, children? Then use in schools, colleges, offices, research centers, hospitals, etc. Everywhere, this writing skill is or virtual message is very much helpful for every one of us. Now here we have got the format of written virtual message, children. This is the format, this way you have to write down in the board exams. You have to give the heading or the title, the virtual message. Then it should be centralized, it should be written in caps, or if you're not writing in caps, but be punctual and be appropriate in making the title or the heading centralized. Then on the left side, write down date and addressee. Okay, if I am writing message to my child, so I'll write mama, right? Then date, today's date I'll mention. Then the time, what exactly the time when I wrote the message. Then the body, the content of the message. The short and sweet message should be written in the rectangular data format. And then the addresser, whom are you addressing? So you are going to write down the name of that person, your child's name or your brother's name, your sister's name, any of the family member whom you want to convey, or any other friend or your authorities, anybody. Understood? So this way the format should be written, practice this way. And the message is also given over here as an example. Title is given, message March 13, 2021, Daddy. At 2 p.m. the message was written by Daddy. For whom? For Shravani. Professor Verma called from Mumbai asking about the model answer sheet of the activity sheet. He further requested you to join the webinar on English grammar at 8 in the evening. Call him when you are free. This is the message written by father for his daughter. And at what time? 2 p.m. on March 13th. Understood? And one more, after the reading this tips, we'll go through one more example. These are the important tips and tricks of drafting virtual message, children. First and foremost is, most important things should be focused. No need to write extra detail. Ki, hi, how are you? Hope you are at the in the pink of your health. No need to write such formal sentences. Be apt in your writing, and it should be a focused writing. Understood? Do not add extra information. Keep the message short and to the point. Use indirect speech skillfully. Don't use direct speech, use indirect speech, and smartly you have to use. Use simple and effective language. Do not exceed the word limit by 40 to 50 words. No need to write more than that. Okay, 40 to 50 words means more than 3 to 4 lines, 5 lines at the most. Understood? Then use correct grammar and spellings. If you are writing something, don't create misunderstanding by using wrong spellings and wrong structure of sentences. Use proper grammar and spellings. Then plan before you draft the message. Before writing, plan it out, what exactly you are going to write. Then be polite and friendly. No need to give command, no need to give orders, no need to be very harsh in your tone. Be polite in your tone, be convincing in your tone, and in a quite persuasive language you have to convey your message within 40 to 50 words. Understood? These are the tips and tricks for drafting virtual message, children. Now let's see the example here. This way in the board exams you'll have the example or the question. Diksha. Hello, may I speak to Sumit please? Mr. Rao is on phone. He is answering. Sumit is getting ready for school. May I know who is speaking? Diksha tells. Diksha answers, my name is Diksha. I am Sumit's classmate. Mr. Rao tells then, hello Diksha, I am Sumit's father. Is there any message? Diksha answers, yes, please ask him to bring his chemistry notebook to school today. I was absent from school due to illness. I would like to copy the notes which our chemistry teacher gave to the class during my absence. Mr. Rao tells her, sure, I will definitely do that. And she responds, thanks, uncle. This particular conversation will be given to you in the form of a question. And what is the question now? Let's see. Since Mr. Rao had to go for his morning walk, he left a message for Sumit. Draft that message in 50 words. This way, this is for the first time in the board exams. Drafting virtual message has been introduced. So this way you are going to get the question in the exams. So how will you write that message? See here. Message, January 24th, 2021, month, day and year. Month, day and year. This is the American style of writing. You can write in your own style, 24th January 2021. This way also you will do. Then the time in the same line on the right side, 6 a.m. Same line, left side, date, and the same line, right side, timing. Then on the left aligned side, you write down the name Sumit. Okay. Then your friend Diksha just called. She wants your chemistry notebook. Her notebook is incomplete due to her absence in school. Do not forget to carry it with you. I am going to walk. Take care. And daddy. See, Sumit is being addressed by daddy, and so daddy has written this short and sweet message for Sumit, and what exactly Diksha wants. So he has written in few sentences, and the virtual message has been drafted. So this way you have to draft the message. Understood, children? Earlier I said you this one. Okay, daddy and Shravan. Asking about the answer sheet of factorial for, see here, this Shravani is being addressed, so at the top she will be, her name will be written and daddy will be written at the bottom. Okay, who wrote the message? Daddy wrote the message, so he will write down daddy at the end, and Shravani is addressed by daddy. So after the date line, Shravani's name is going to come and daddy is going to come at the end. This way only, same thing. Sumit is being addressed, so Sumit's name comes at the top and daddy is the sender of the message or the person who has drafted the message, so his name is going to come at the bottom. Understood? Hopefully you must have understood clearly, children. Now in the next lecture, inshallah, we'll try to do some other writing skill which is very important for you all to understand. Till then, take care, children. Learn properly. Be focused on your studies and keep growing and learning, children. Thank you.